Well, hey YouTube, let's talk about the 3 upgrades that I will never ever do to my Harley-Davidson 2018 Road Glide Ultra. Talk to you about that out on the bike in just a minute. Hey guys, HarleyDayRider back at you once again, your good old friend HDR. And I'm out here once again on the lovely 2018 Road Glide Ultra. Now friends, today I'm going to talk to you a little bit about upgrades that I will never do to my Harley-Davidson motorcycle. Okay, these are 3 things, could be engine, could be comfort, but 3 things I will never do. 3 upgrades to my Harley-Davidson motorcycle. And I've thought long and hard about this. And, you know, I tried to rationalize why I wouldn't do it. And, you know, this is listening to other folks and paying attention to other people that have done these upgrades, that I am very skeptical to the point where I will not do these 3 upgrades. So let's go ahead and get into it. The first upgrade that I will have to say is going to be a stage 2, 3, or 4. Okay, I'm going to put them together. So anything above a stage 1 kit, I'm not going to do to my motorcycle. I know, you might be saying, well, hey, HDR, wait, you'll get better performance, you could get better mileage, you could get, you know, more speed or more torque, and I get all that, right? I get it. But for the expense of the upgrade, and me being one of these people that are very, very frightened, because I seen a really good friend of mine years ago that had a stage 4 kit done on his motorcycle, and he got to the point he had to trade the bike in. Now, that could have been done by a poor tech. I'm not saying it's the stage 4 kit that does it, but once they open up your engine and they put a new part in there, okay, something that wasn't originally engineered for that motor itself, it could cause problems. In talking to one of my old Harley tech friends, he told me that the reason that is when you up the compression in the engine, you're also going to up the heat that the engine is producing. So that's what he told me. So I don't know that to be factual, but I guess he knows what he's talking about. So I don't want to have that engine opened up, and I don't want to have anything put into that engine itself. So a stage 2, 3, or 4 kit, guys, that's not going to be on my YouTube channel ever. I'm sorry about that. Now, stage 1 kit, well, we'll talk about that another time. Okay, there's reasons why I'm looking at that, but we'll talk about that later on down the road. The next thing, and you may love them and you may hate them, but you know what? And I've been looking at them. I think they look absolutely awesome on a motorcycle. It's those little thin razor tour packs, you know, the thin tour packs. I think they look amazing on a motorcycle, but the functionality and the realistic reason of having it is basically cosmetic, right? It's for looks. I don't think mine and Mrs. HDR's full face helmets would fit in a razor pack. I just don't think that's going to happen. So the way that we use our motorcycle, the way that we use this touring bike is you know, to tour, we need the maximum amount of space that we can have to put, like, my laptop case. We talked about this on another video, our shower kits, you know, and makeup kits for the missus. You know, all that stuff has to go in that tour pack, along with all this great camera gear that we use, right? All that has to go inside that tour pack. It's very, very important to have that kind of stuff in there. So, you know, I don't think a razor pack, even though it looks awesome, and I do really, really like it, will be in my future upgrades on this motorcycle. I just don't ever see it happening. So, that's the 2. That's like my top 2 that I would never, ever do to this motorcycle. Okay? The last thing, the last upgrade, so I told you this could be cosmetic, it could be engine stuff, okay? So the stage kits were the engine, obviously. The razor tour pack is basically cosmetic to the motorcycle. So the other thing that I've been fighting with for a long time, and you guys know this, you've heard it in my videos, you've heard my frustrations with it, is I can't see myself ever spending, now I don't know, say I don't replace it with something else, but I can never see myself spending $1,800 for the new boom system on this Harley-Davidson motorcycle. Now, I love the new boom system, and if you have it, congratulations. I think it's a wonderful, wonderful thing to have. It's, you know, it's got a better screen, it's got a better GPS, you know, it'll do leaps and bounds, it'll do Apple CarPlay, which is awesome, man, and I think that's a really great feature of that new boom system. Mine will not do all that, right? But in hindsight of reality, again, look at the way you ride your motorcycle. Look at what you do with your motorcycle. A while back, I do a comparison. I'll put that video at the end of this so you can click on it and watch it. Is about using 2 different GPSs on your motorcycle. And I put that video out for that reason is, if this thing throws me off or if I don't think it's right, because sometimes it will not see a new road that happens to be built in the past 5 years. I go to my phone and I pick that information up. So that's perfectly fine with me. I don't have a problem doing that. Not only that, I do Bluetooth my phone in to the stereo system, and it has that capability, and that's fine. Or I can plug it in and I can listen to my music off my phone through the stereo system on the motorcycle. So those are the 2 primary things I use it for. What a nice brand new looking screen and a beautiful GPS, you know, as well as having Apple CarPlay directly on there like we have in our cars, and I think it's absolutely an amazing feat of technology. But do I really need it on this motorcycle? So I will never ever update that boom system to the Harley boom system. I have looked at some other ones, but I'm not going to get into that either right now. That's a whole nother video, and if it ever comes to light, I don't know if it will ever happen or not, so I'm not going to talk about that. So folks, those are the 3 main things I can think of off the top of my head that I will never ever upgrade on this motorcycle. I'm sure there's probably more that I can share with you later on down the road, but I did want to share those with you, and I want to get your opinions below about my 3. So my 3 was stage 2, 3, and 4 upgrades. I'm not going to ever worry about doing that on this motorcycle. The next thing was a Razor pack, a Razor Tour pack. Absolutely beautiful. If you have one on your bike, I'm sure I love it. It's not functional for me, okay, for the way I ride. So that's what you're doing with your bike. You're making your bike function for you, the person, not to make it look like everybody else's, okay? That's very important to remember. And the boom system. I just can't see spending $1,800. And people still complain about that Harley-Davidson GPS, and they still use their phones. So I just don't see the bang for my buck for $1,800. So, you know, if somebody gave me one for free, would I put it on here? Sure, I would put it on there, absolutely. If somebody didn't need one and they're like, hey, do you want this boom system out of my, you know, 2020 Harley? I'll be like, yeah, man, if you don't need it, you're just giving it away, yeah, I would put it in here for sure. But as far as buying it and upgrading it, not going to happen. Alright folks, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope I covered enough stuff for you there. And you know, let me know what you will maybe never ever upgrade on your bikes. I don't want to hear what you have upgraded. It's harder to tell me what you're never upgrading, right? Because upgrades are out there, they look pretty. You know, we see other people with certain things and we think, well, we need to do that to our bike too, and maybe you don't, right? But let me know in the comments below. You know, try to list 3 things that you will never do to your Harley-Davidson motorcycle, or any motorcycle. If you're watching this, whatever motorcycle you may have, let me know below. Until then, thank you so much for watching this video. If you're not subscribed, why not? Go ahead and click on that subscribe button. I would truly appreciate it. Give this video a big thumbs up. You can up it in Nielsen's ratings. You probably don't even know what that is, right? The YouTube ratings. And I will talk to you next time. Until then, remember, ride your own ride. Be safe out there, huh? HarleyDayRider, your girlfriend HCR, will be down and out in this beautiful overcast day here in southwestern Pennsylvania. I'll talk to you next time. Bye-bye, everybody. Ride safe.